Thanks for sticking around. Next up, we're going to make vegetarian spring rolls. When I decided I was going to make these today, it got me wondering exactly why they call them spring rolls when everyone I know eats them all year round. I asked my mate Bo Zhang and he told me that they used to make these traditionally as part of the Spring Festival during Chinese New Year, and that the gold of the spring roll casing symbolised wealth and prosperity for the coming year. And I'm going to make a whole heap of them today, so I should be looking pretty good come next year. To make them, you're going to need a carrot, zucchini, cabbage, red capsicum, coriander, vermicelli noodles, egg, spring roll pastry as well, and a groovy pastry brush. To get started though, we need to get our vermicelli noodles soaking. You don't need to cook these because they're made from rice flour, not wheat flour. All you need to do is soak them. So I've put some in here with some cold water, should take around 15 minutes, which luckily enough gives us time to start on our veg. So when you're choosing your veg, just make sure you've got sort of a variety of textures in there. As you can see, I've picked a lot of nice crisp vegetables here because they give a really good texture to your spring roll. And they also help it hold its shape when you cook it, because if you choose vegetables that break down really easily, then it's just going to turn to mush. Once again, a very sharp knife's handy when cutting up vegetables. But we'll work with the tools we've got. You want all these ingredients around the same size. So today being an episode where we're trying to appeal to the whole family, if there's things here that certain people don't like, then just substitute them for other vegetables. But I think this is a pretty good mix what I've got here. If you don't have time to julienne all your veg up, then you can grate it, but you get a much better result if you take the time to do this. That's word number 3. So with your cabbage, obviously you're not going to julienne it like that, so a really nice fine chiffonade will do. But try and keep it about the same length as well, because you don't want to have cabbage poking out the end, especially if you've lied to your kids and told them that there's no cabbage in it. So finally now for our mix, just some coriander. Now obviously with the coriander, if people aren't a fan of it, leave it out. Easy done. But I'm definitely a fan of it, so in it goes. So mix it all up. If you mix it all up now, it makes it easier when you make your spring rolls later, rather than just like with the souvlaki, picking one piece here, one piece there. Just grab a handful, on it goes. So now that that's well combined, we can grab our noodles out. You know when your noodles are ready because they're nice and flexible and they're soft, and it's been 15 minutes. So on they go, and I'll just pop that to the side. We're almost there. So now, to seal our spring rolls, we're going to need just a little bit of an egg wash. So in that goes. And it's time for our fancy pastry brush to shine. So mix it through. Don't go overboard. And put that to the side because it's time to roll our spring rolls. So if you're really keen, you can make your own spring roll pastry. I've never found myself quite so keen, but I'm sure one day I will. For now, we just use the bought spring roll wrappers. They're very cheap and they're available everywhere. Unfortunately, they just won't come out of the packet. All right, there we go, done. It's almost a job in itself. So on goes our pastry. As a diamond, not as a square. Then I'm just going to give this a quick run around at the back here. And then I'm gonna put on my noodles. Followed by our veg. Make sure you've got a good combination in there and that you've mixed it through well. Now what we do is tightly bring that over. It's really important to be tucking things in when you do this and holding it nice and tight. And once we get to here, I might just give that a little bit more egg wash on the corners and on the top. But once that's to there, we'll fold over that edge and we'll fold this edge over. And now we'll roll. Once you're near the end, give the point an egg wash. Over it goes, and we're done. I'll turn it around that way because it looks more professional. Now, from this point here, you can either freeze these in the freezer just like this, or you can let them sit in the fridge. I probably wouldn't leave them in there for more than about a day. Or, like us, we can just get them straight into the frying pan. So if you're looking for a healthier option, you could definitely cook these in the oven. And I'm not looking for the healthy option today, so I'm straight into the fryer. So they probably, because these are big, they probably take around 2 to 3 minutes each side. You don't need to fill your pot right up with oil. If you just fill it halfway, you use half the amount of oil and it cooks just the same. You just need to make sure you turn them. A way to make sure that you don't get greasy spring rolls is by having your oil really hot. If it isn't, then it soaks up into the pastry and it makes them really greasy all over your fingers. It's not good for anyone. So now that I've cooked these for about 3 minutes either side, they're nice and golden and they're really crispy, as you can hear, and it's time for these to come out. So just onto some paper towel to soak up the excess oil. And these look absolutely beautiful. So crispy, perfect. So when your spring rolls are finished draining off, straight onto the plate. I'm using a bit of soy sauce for a dipping sauce here, but you can put sweet chili, you can put whatever you like. Tomato sauce I've seen happen. Not myself, but it's been done. But you can't have spring rolls every night, so coming up after the break, I'm going to make some fish fingers that the whole family will love. I'm also going to make some tartare sauce as well, so stick around.